Welcome back to Ministry of the Body, everyone. Welcome back. Yes, it's been a while, guys. It's been a while.
It's been a long time, man.
Ha 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 ha. Hey, schoolwork was saying a lot of things, but God was still saying more.
Oh,
yes.
oh,
yes. God always has the last say. What you know about that? You guys don't know nothing about God. You know nothing about God, yeah? Yeah, fam. Anyway, speaking of not knowing nothing about God, this video is actually about God, and it is titled Changing
the way you see
God. Thank you so much, Taylor. Thank you so much. That's why we have you here, right? So this whole thing is called 3 things that you should change right now. And this first one is changing the way you see God, right? And it is important to change the way you see God, because I know from my experience, and I know Taylor, you probably experienced this thing.
Yeah.
As you grow as a Christian, there is a certain way you see God, and sometimes you may not see him in the way that you should see him. And the Bible does say that no matter how hard you can try, you will never be able to comprehend or even match the extent at which God is just God. Right?
So the Bible is just saying God is a big man thing, and you won't know how much of a big man thing he is.
Exactly. When he introduced himself to Moses for the first time, Moses like, what do I say to these people you are? Who do I say you are to these people? And he said, I am.
Simple. I am.
I am who I am, right? And when you hear something like that, you ask yourself, whoa.
Hello.
Whoa. What do you mean?
What do you
God?
mean?
I am.
What do you mean?
And two things in the statement, right? I am, right? This is literally everything you can ever imagine. The whole universe, the whole earth, us. God is everything because he made everything, right? He is the entire, he is love, he is the universe, he's everything, right? Second one, which is more significant than the other one, I guess, according to me, right? Is that God can be whoever you want him to be in your life, right? If you want him to be your healer, he'll be your healer. If you want him to be just your redeemer, he'll be your redeemer. If you want him to be a protector, he'll be your protector. But if you want him to be more than all of those things, he will be exactly more than all of those things. God will present himself in whatever way you want. Your faith, according to your level of faith, that is whoever God will be in your life, according to the level of your faith. All right. So now, David says in the Bible, he says that at the sight of your presence, mountains melt like wax, right? So I want you guys to just think about this image that David is painting for us. At the presence of God, mountains melt like wax, right? In the Old Testament, right, when people wanted to have contact with God in some way or another, they had to do it through someone. And God will present himself to one person or a group of people, right? Where his presence will come down and manifest, and God will have contact with you or interaction with you. With the Israelites, God told Moses that, look, I need you to get priests that will be worthy enough and that will be cleansed enough to be able to interact and communicate the prayer requests of the Israelites to me, right? Here was the problem, right? The problem came where you were a priest in that time and you were not cleansed or holy enough or worthy enough to be in the presence of God, that when you arrive into the presence of God, at that time there was a tabernacle and God's presence will be in the Holy of Holies, right? If you come anywhere near that room where God's presence is, you would die. God's presence will kill you right there where you're standing. It's too much. It's a big man thing.
I'm sure those mandem had a meeting to choose who's going this time.
Bro, family members had to say goodbye every time the person goes in there, dog.
The priest
just in case.
They had together. They say, hey, bro, are you clean, dog?
Please pray for me, like, just to make sure.
Just make sure.
So that's what would happen back in those days. But now God says to us that I am making a new covenant with you guys, with my people, a new one, way better than the old one. And when God says that he's gonna make something way better than the old one, he means way better than what we can even imagine. And I'll explain the little that I know about this covenant, and I know there's so much more that we don't know about it. That's why we need to get to know God more, you see. So this covenant through Jesus Christ, after he died for our sins and rose from the dead, God said, okay, I am no longer going to have to present myself to one person. Now I'm going to dispense myself through everyone. Meaning that we now have access to God's full, unlimited, unthrottled, full power presence in us, right? So meaning that if God's presence could melt mountains like wax, it means that when we step in front of our mountains on sight, mountains must melt like wax. All right? That's what should happen. So now here's the thing. It will only happen according to the extent of your faith. Like I said, God can only be who he is according to the level of your faith. So if the level of your faith is enough to melt mountains, they will melt. Your challenges will just disappear.
So what is a mountain, bro?
What is a mountain?
It's nothing.
That's the thing.
When you pull up, a mountain must melt.
It must melt.
Same time, bro.
It must melt. That's why Jesus says that if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, when you tell this mountain to move from there to there, it will move.
It's supposed to move.
You see?
I said move.
So move. Exactly. So anyway, in the aspect of getting to know God more, we also need to get to know God more according to the purpose that he has called us for, right? Because we are not on earth here for no reason, right? And also in the next video, we will discuss this a bit more. But in order to understand our purpose, we need to understand what we are missing out on when we don't realize that God is much bigger than what we think he is right now. Take it away, Tato.
So think of it like this, you know, all of us, we're going through some type of online shandies, you know what I'm saying? Online learning, online meetings, online something, you know what I'm saying? So think of it like this, they tell you that, okay, now there's this other mandem, he's gonna come through, he's gonna give you some advice.
Like a course for 6 months.
Like a 6 month course. So in this 6 months, he's just gonna give you all the keys, all the instructions, where he's gonna tell you do this, do this, do this. So like, let's say we in the aspect of business, you know what I'm saying? So this is like a business type of seminar where this mandem is one-on-one with you and he's giving you all the keys, you know what I'm saying? So throughout this 6 months course, this man, he's always on you, he's giving you advice, he's saying do this, do that, bro, come on, do it like this, anything you need, holla at me, I got you.
I'm your boy.
Anything you need, I got you.
In fact, he said, even if you need something out of the context of school, tell me, I got resources, I will help you.
Yes.
And this man also starts checking up on you all the time, regularly, saying, dude, are you okay? Are you sure? Please tell me if you need anything.
Come through, bro.
But knowing some of us,
you know, Mensa, like every day, this guy, he's always on me, man.
On my case. You are now entering the end of this course, this 6 month course, right? And this big man thing says, okay, look, bro, this is the end of the course. Are you sure you're good? And plus, I know, because people will be like, hey,
you're like, I'm sharp, man.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, dog.
So I'm good. We can end the course even a bit, like 2 days earlier.
Yeah, I think you have told me everything, so I think we can end now.
Yeah, let's just end this.
It's cool.
So now the mandem has to move on to the next group of people, right?
Yeah, because he has to move on.
He's moving. It's time. So your course has ended. He's moving to the next group of people. But now, you find out somehow the person who was on the other side of this call with you, and it just so happens that you were doing your economics or business course with the biggest
man thing right now,
Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world. The richest man in the world was in contact with you for 6 months, telling you that you can take anything from him, resources wise. You can ask him anything. You have the opportunity to get knowledge and resources and keys from him. Imagine how you must feel knowing that this guy, Jeff Bezos, I had an open resource and this person was giving himself to me one-on-one, saying that I can ask anything, and I did not use that resource efficiently. And I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that is the exact same thing that we do with God, right? Because God is a much bigger, in fact, he is the I am. He is the biggest thing in human existence. He owns everything and he has the resources to everything. But God is saying that I've given you this time on earth, this 2 minutes. 2 minutes, fella.
Just 2 minutes.
2 minutes, fella. I'm giving you this time on earth and I'm saying, let's do something. I've called you for a purpose, and I want to use you. And it reminds me of a testimony that some guy gave when he experienced heaven. So when he experienced heaven, he saw people in heaven bowing down to God, and when he saw the image of God, he was so overwhelmed that he didn't even want to move. He said that everyone was just waiting for instructions, right? And I realized that when you're in heaven, why are you waiting for instructions? Your job is done.
Job is done.
You're done.
You've ran your race.
Hey, your race is over.
Bro.
Here's the thing: when you're in heaven, you minister to God, right? And when you're on earth, God ministers to you. God's full attention is on you on earth, because that is where your purpose lies.
That's where He needs you the most.
That's where He needs you. He doesn't need you in heaven. He's
heaven,
there. That's where God is.
It's just chill vibes,
right?
In heaven, like
exactly. And on earth, He needs your permission to work through you to do His purpose. So do not miss the chance to interact with God and gain keys and knowledge and understanding and wisdom to do and excel at life. So change the way you see your God. Please, Bayana, change the way you see God. Bazalwane, please change the way you see God. And once you change the way you see God, you will dynamically change your level of faith. Because when you know that God can do more, and that I want God to be more in my life, your level of faith starts to move up. You get what I'm saying? And the Bible says we should keep working on our salvation. Alright, so there's a Bible verse that I want to read for you guys. It comes straight out of John chapter 12 verse 35 to 36. It says, Jesus replied, "My light will shine for you just a little longer. Walk in the light while you can, so the darkness will not overtake you. Those who walk in the darkness cannot see where they are going. Put your trust in the light while there is still time. Then you will become children of the light." After saying these things, Jesus went away and was hidden from them. So as you can see, guys, we only have a little amount of time, short amount of time to do exactly what God has purposed in our lives.
It's not 2 minutes.
Not 2 minutes, Vetu. So make sure that you guys take this opportunity with both hands and realize who God really is in your life. And the only way you can do that as well is to pray and make sure that you read the Bible and find out who God is. And in the next 2 videos that we're going to do is going to explain this much further. And the next one, we are going to talk about how to change the way you see your life. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much to everyone who's liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. We appreciate all of you guys. We are praying for everyone. And yeah, thank you so much. Remember that your body is a ministry, right? And people are watching every single thing that you are doing because you are ministering to them through your actions, right? So remember that you carry the presence of God. His reputation is in you. So remember, again, a lot of remembers, to make sure that you minister to people the best way you can, because to some people you're the closest thing that they have to the Bible or to Jesus. All right? Okay, thank you so much, guys.